Hey guys, this week we're going to talk about the cell cycle and what happens to a cell during its life. So here's our objectives and vocabulary. So the vocab is on Quizlet. Yes, Quizlet. The objectives is what you should know for the week. So you should be able to explain the cell cycle and why it's necessary. You should be able to list the stages of cell cycle and put them in order along with knowing the pictures. You should be able to identify when and why DNA replicates. So what we're going to talk about is the cell cycle. And the cell cycle is the stages that the cell goes through during its lifetime, okay? All cells are going to go through these stages, but they go through them at different rates or different speeds depending on what type of a cell it is. Like a skin cell will go through this at a different speed than a nerve cell, okay? And then the result, so the ending of the cell cycle would be cell division or a new cell. Okay, so this is the cell cycle here. Let's see if my pen will work. We start here at interphase. We go all the way around. It stays in interphase the longest, then mitosis, and then cytokinesis. After cytokinesis, we end up with our two cells rather than our one cell. So why do cells divide and why do we go through this cell cycle? So the cell cycle is necessary for three reasons. The first one is for growth. So organisms get larger by making more cells, right? We wouldn't be able to grow any bigger if we didn't have new cells. Like my skin, this is all cells. So when I go from like a baby hand to a big person hand, right, I clearly have to make more cells to take up that space. So I have to go through the cell cycle to make more cells. The second reason is maintenance. So we have to use the cell cycle to maintain homeostasis, to keep everything in balance. If a cell dies or if a cell is not functioning correctly, we need to make more cells. And in addition, the cell cycle itself has different checkpoints during it to check to make sure that all of your organelles are working appropriately. And then the last one is repair. When cells break down, and that's what this picture shows, right? That shows a paper cut. Right? And we need to make new cells to like make that tissue. So if there's a hole in the tissue, we make new cells to like knit that tissue back together like that. Okay, so that's the cell cycle that makes new cells. So there are major events or stages during the cell cycle. The first one is interphase. Interphase is when the cell grows and the DNA replicates. Another word for replication, let's see if I can highlight this. Nope. Another word for replication, right, would be to copy. All right, that's another word to replicate. The second part of the cell cycle is mitosis, which is when the chromosomes separate and the nuclei splits in half. All right, and then the third part of the cell cycle is cytokinesis, which is when the cytoplasm separates in half. Okay, so three parts: interphase, mitosis, cytokinesis. We'll go into each one in more detail in the next slide. So this, we have to remember, is all about the DNA, okay? Because our DNA is our instructions for making proteins. Let's remember this from way back in the beginning of the year when we talked about it. DNA is our instructions for making proteins, okay? That's important. We need proteins to live, all right? Proteins are what keeps our body functioning. So interphase is when you're going to copy your DNA. Our DNA is everything important. It's all of our instructions on how to do this, right? If our cell goes from one cell, like this, into two cells, we can't just take the DNA, like let's say this is the DNA. DNA is double-stranded. If this is the DNA, I can't just take it from one cell and divide it into two cells. Now I have half. Half DNA isn't going to work, right? So during interphase, my DNA, I have a purple one and a red one. I have a purple one and a red one here, right? My DNA replicates. So now I have two purples and two reds. So then when my cell divides, each cell ends up with a purple and red, right? So it still has the DNA. So this is all about keeping the integrity of your DNA. So DNA during interphase is replicated, right? And then during mitosis, it's separated and repackaged appropriately to make sure each cell has the right number of chromosomes and the correct DNA. And then cytokinesis is when you make an actual cell around it to keep it protected and to keep it functional. Right? So DNA has many names. If we look at this picture, we can see our DNA is called a gene, right? We have gene, We have a nucleotide, which makes up the DNA. We have the bases, which make up the nucleotide, right? This guy is a chromosome, right? We're going to give it more names as we go. So one of our first stages of the cell cycle is interphase, right? And I have this little comic here that says it has this guy growing and growing, right? And then he splits, and now he's two individual cells, right? So he's growing, and then we go to the next phase. I don't even use all this DNA. He's copying his DNA. He's growing some more, then he splits and becomes two different cells, okay? And then over here on the second comic, it says interphase things to do: grow, replicate DNA, and general cell processes. And he says, so much, because that's where your cell is most of the time, is an interphase. This would be your normal cell life, all right? Your cell stays in interphase until it gets too big. And when I say too big, I mean the cell needs to be little because it needs to pass things to the membrane. We know transporting happens through the membrane. Think about if you lived in a tiny little house and the only way to get food was to touch the wall. If you touch the wall every time you were hungry, right, you could sit right here and never get up and just touch the wall and get food, touch the wall and get food. Now let's pretend my whole classroom is my house. If I have to touch the wall every time I get hungry, right, I have to walk from the center of my classroom to the edge and touch the wall and then walk back, and then go to the edge and touch the wall, then walk back. It's not as efficient. Cells are like that, okay? So your cell needs to stay little so it can be efficient. It can pass things in and out of it really quickly. So when your cell gets too big, it needs to divide, right? So if a cell gets too big, it will not have enough surface area, wall space, to get things in and out of it quickly. So it divides, right? That's going to trigger your DNA to replicate, which is when your DNA copies, right? That DNA copying is one of the first steps to get it to start getting ready to divide. From interphase, we then go to mitosis. Mitosis is when the nucleus divides, right? And on that picture, I have mitosis. We have 46 chromosomes to begin with, right? We separate, and then each new cell has 46 chromosomes again. So 46 to begin with, it divides, and each new cell is going to end up with 46 again, because I'm going to replicate my DNA, right? So during this stage, the DNA condenses and thickens into chromosomes. So here's our second name for DNA, chromosomes. Chromosomes are usually drawn as an X because they're already copied. So when you see a chromosome that looks like this, right, that's a replicated chromosome. It has two halves, right? Chromosomes are going to separate and divide equally during this. And in human cells, we have 46 chromosomes. These are our body cells or our somatic cells, right? It means they're diploid. We have half from mom and half from dad. You've got 23 chromosomes from your mom and 23 from your dad, which makes 46, and that means it's a diploid cell, okay? So here's our stages of mitosis, right? See our little picture? Everybody's splitting, okay? So what happens is the first stage is prophase. Prophase is when the chromosomes condense, the nucleus breaks down, and the cell prepares. So right now, that's what's happening. The chromosome condensed, we're into metaphase, happens fast. The chromosomes condense, right? So we go from DNA into chromosomes. The nucleus is going to go away, and the cell is going to get ready for dividing. So watch, it's going to come right after cytokinesis. Ready? Right here, prophase. Chromosomes condense. There you go, right? Next one is metaphase. Metaphase, M, we're going to line up in the middle. Prophase, P, the cell prepares. So in metaphase, the chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell. Spindle fibers attach to the chromosomes at the centromere. So if we watch, right, once those lines, the lines look like this, once these lines come out, right, and attach to the X's, right, like this. Here we go, ready? Prophase, metaphase is coming right there. Metaphase, see how they're all lined up? Okay. After metaphase, we have anaphase. Anaphase for the A is when the cell's chromatids come apart. Now look, we're calling DNA something different again. We're calling it sister chromatids here. So once those X's are pulled apart, they're now called sister chromatids, and each one's going to move to the other side of the cell, right? So if we watch this little mitosis thing, this is cytokinesis, we're dividing it. First we have prophase, we're preparing. Metaphase, middle, right there. Anaphase, away. See them moving away from each other? And then our last phase, telophase, right there, is when we have two different nuclei reformed. Okay? Once the two nuclei reform, cytokinesis begins, and that's division of the cytoplasm. So T for telophase, P for 2. Okay? Those are our phases in order. It's PMAT, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Cytokinesis is the last one. In cytokinesis is when we separate all of our cell contents. So we're splitting the cytoplasm and all the organelles that are in it. All right, this makes two identical cells because they have the same exact copies of DNA, so they're the same exact cells, right? So it's the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell. That means like every one of your skin cells is exactly the same as the other one because they're all copied from each other. Ooh, my lights just went off. Right, so the cells, once they go through cytokinesis, then return to interphase. So they went all the way through the cell cycle, we're back in interphase. So here again, let's look at all the names we've called DNA this week, right? So up here, we have DNA. DNA, when it's loosely coiled, is called chromatin. That's when it's loosely coiled, and your definition is right here, okay? So loosely coiled DNA is called chromatin, right? And then when it's tightly coiled, it becomes a chromosome when it's tightly coiled, okay? Once your chromosomes are replicated, right here, right, we have two chromosomes or one chromatid, right? So two chromosomes, it's two chromatids attached to the centromere, right? It makes up one chromosome. This guy is one chromatid, and he shows up once the chromosomes are split in half. Then we have single sister chromatids, and those are actually considered chromosomes on their own, right? But when they're in the X, they're also a chromosome. It gets a little confusing, but those are our names. Chromatin, chromosome, chromatid, and they're all attached at a centromere. Okay, lots of C words. Those are all in our vocab for this week, so it's all in Quizlet too. If you have any questions, just ask. That's the lecture for the week. Make sure you have notes. Make sure you have drawings in your notebook.